Welcome to the Miracle Mansion podcast. My name is Markkus. I'm Director of Therapy and Aftercare at Broadway Lodge. This is our second attempt at doing this podcast, because we had what we call technical failures last time, didn't we, Dean? Yeah. So welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Good.
It's nice to be back. It really is. Just walking through those doors, walking through the doors clean and sober.
Yeah.
Knowing that this is where my journey started. It's just something special.
And today was a special day because you saw your vocal counsellor.
Yeah, the first person. It was like, whoa, there's Amanda. As soon as I walk in, it's lovely.
Honourable shout out to Amanda.
Yes,
who helped this man get well.
I always remember her saying to me, it was, I remember coming back for the reunion once, and she was just like, whoa, they're changing you. She was like, Dean, you were scared of your own shadow at one point.
Yeah.
It's mad because, I don't see it a lot in myself, but it's other people do, of course.
Yeah.
So
I just want to take you back. So if we can just be clear, you left Broadway. When did you leave Broadway?
I left Broadway it was the 3rd of March, 2022. Yeah.
Well, let's check out the date. The 3rd of March, 2022.
Yeah,
so that would be 4 years tomorrow.
Of course it would.
Yeah, be 4 years tomorrow. Listen, you've done a lot. You've done a lot since you've left. Obviously, the most important thing is you've stayed clean and sober, no matter what. The biggest thing that I remember about you was the medical stuff, because you were having seizures and fits all the time. So just tell us a little bit about that. Yeah,
that was, it was a case of it never really, when I was drinking and using, the seizures would obviously come on more and more and more, but, that didn't bother me. It didn't, I had no feelings, no thought around what had happened around my loved ones when they would see this happening, because all I wanted to do was take drugs and drink, and as soon as waking up in hospitals, after having a seizure, it was like as many a times, the first thing I could think of was, right, I need to get out of this hospital bed. I need a drink.
Yeah.
But it was so, when I came here, there was a lot of seizures that I had. I think they started a couple of weeks after. I don't know, actually. It may have been less than that, about a week or so. I remember coming up from the detox unit. And then I came up to the house on a Thursday. Look at these days.
You remember it well.
Yeah. But straight into the hall, someone's life story. And I think it was just all the kind of the surroundings, and I kind of, they were panic attacks, of course, but it was seizures, big time, and it played a big part. It was very scary, but this time there was something with it, as I've said to you before, it was like I didn't want to go home. I would come out of a seizure very embarrassed, just thinking, oh my God, what's everyone thinking of me, but it's these things that had happened, it was kind of, my medication wasn't working so much. It was adapting back to that because of, obviously, without the drink, without the drugs, it took a long time to process the fact that, the medication started to work again.
Yeah.
So it was all over the place. And so I've lost count of how many seizures I had, but like you say, yourself witnessed them, and a lot of other people.
Oh yeah, I mean that was the, whenever obviously when I see you now, I don't actually think about them anymore. No. But when you was here and not long after you left, when we thought of Dean, we thought about bloody hell, the amount of seizures that he had here. It was scary. So, I just want to say an honourable shout out to the medical team, because without the medical team,
the nurses were great.
Yeah,
they were absolutely brilliant, and the staff. Anthony, he took me to Taunton Hospital to see my neurologist to get medication, and the doctor here you have as well.
Dr. Nick.
We were adjusting the medication, see if that would help. It helped at times. But yeah, shout out to Anthony big time, because he was good. You know, he drove me there. He came with me. Yeah. You know, and it kept me grounded, and that was good.
Nice. So it's been 4 years. Yeah. 4 years clean and sober. What's that been like? Because I know you've done loads of stuff. Yeah. Over the year, there's loads of positives for since your recovery. We'll go back and we'll just talk a little bit about what it was like in treatment for you and stuff, and your addiction, and we'll just have a little brief part. But that part almost seems a little bit insignificant now to the highlights that you've had since you've been here. I mean, since you've left treatment. Yeah. So, just what things have you? What have you done?
There's been so many positives. There really has. You know, I've been able to do things that I would only ever talk about when I was, you know, in addiction. Yeah. That, you know, it was all a fantasy. Yeah. You know, but I've, you know, such a more clearer head. You know, I've been able to go out there and do things that really I never thought possible. You know, I left school with no grades, no GCSEs, nothing like that, nothing at all. So, you know, I attended a college course, maths and English. Mm-hmm.
So you just started, so you started right back from scratch?
Right back from scratch, yeah.
Okay. So you went back to college, did your maths and English?
Done my maths and English, yeah.
And what else have you done since then?
Well, I took part, I done a level 1 and 2 plastering course.
Go on.
Yeah. Passed those, and I just thought, right, you know, I can build on myself and do other things. Yeah. You know, I wasn't at that time prepared to go out and do an actual, you know, work with plasterers. Okay. So, you know, it came to the summer when I finished this course, and I had a chat with a few other members around the college, staff-wise, and they said there was a job going as a learning support worker. So.
What, at the college?
At the college, yeah.
You left school uneducated, and now you're doing learning support at the college.
Yeah. It's
That is wild. Well done.
And I love it. I really do enjoy it.
Yeah. What do you love about it?
It's just so rewarding, you know, because I can see how, you know, the students that struggle, you know, with their disabilities, you know, obviously ADHD, you know, SEND, EHCPs. So the children that actually really do need the additional support. Special educational needs, ones with education, healthcare plans. Yeah, that's right. Those with ADHD, autism. Lovely. So you're really supporting those. Brilliant. And to see where they can come from in the September to the following year, it's the growth. It's brilliant. It really is. You just, you know, getting on well with them, the relationships, and just seeing how well they do. It really is rewarding.
It is all about the relationships that you have with them, isn't it? It's really
it's the trust. Yeah. It can, you know, it all helps. It's brilliant. I really enjoy it. And that's just something else I never thought I'd be doing, you know? Yeah. All these things fall into place.
Brilliant. So tell me a little bit more, what other things have you done? I know that you went, I remember watching, I think I saw on one of the group chats that we're in, that you went off with all your AA mates.
Go on. Yeah, of course. Never been on a plane before for like 41 years, do you know what I mean? And it's like, this was last April of last year. And a friend of mine, she said, there's a convention coming up in Spain, in Albia, the Costa Blanca, Spain.
Did you have a passport?
Before this, I had a passport about a month beforehand.
Right, okay. So you've got your passport sorted, because you know that a lot of people come into these places and they ain't even got a driving license or a passport or anything.
This was my first passport as well. I got a passport in the January.
Right, okay.
And I had no intentions on going to this in the April. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, it was brought up. And a friend said about it. She said she was going, and would I like to come along? And I thought, why not? You know, I've got a passport now. It's let's jump on a plane and see how I do.
And what was it like?
Am I really going to, you know? Oh God, sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry, that's like
we keep it real here. Was you shitting yourself?
yeah, come on.
Yeah. Come back closer to the mic.
But it was funny, you know. I was on the plane. There was this bloke behind me. They were all on a stag do,
Yeah.
And he was sat opposite me, and there was a group of them behind me. And he was just, I was like, "You all right there, mate? You okay?" He's like, "No, I hate taking off. And he was like this against the seat.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I'm doing all right, actually. No, but I really enjoyed it. So yeah, we went there for the week. The convention itself was for 4 days. Met some brilliant people there. It was great. It was really good. And then we spent the last 3 days, you know, just exploring a bit more around Spain.
Nice.
Really enjoyed it. And
good.
Luckily I'm going back there again April of this month. And,
Another convention?
To the convention itself, the one that I went to.
Nice.
It's the 10th anniversary, and the person that held the convention himself, they said, "Would you like to do service?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, all good." So the friend that I went with, she's going to be speaking on the panel there.
All right, lovely.
And I'm going to be registering people as they come in. So,
all right. So you're doing service at a convention in Spain.
That's mad, isn't it? When you say it like that, it's like, well, you know, all these things. Yeah, it's brilliant.
So, tell us about a little bit of history about your addiction and stuff like that, and why we're here today.
Yeah. You know, it was a lot of kind of growing up. I always felt out of place, you know, and I'll go straight into this one. Not knowing my real father played a big part, you know.
Okay.
And so, you know, growing up, you know, as I thought, you know, all my friends around me having their normal life as such. Yeah. You know, happy families. You know, I won't take anything away from my mum. She was a brilliant mum. She still is. Yeah. And my siblings, you know, loved them to pieces. But, you know, I always felt like I was the odd one out. Yeah. I really did.
So we had identity issues. Yeah. Identity issues, not knowing who your real father was. That was, yeah. Okay.
So, I just never feel right in myself.
Yeah.
And
you felt different.
Different, yeah. So growing up, I could never feel comfortable at school. Never concentrated. You know, I would always want to be the class clown as such. Let's say, you know, try and make a scene, and
I guess try to fit in.
Try to fit in. You know, you know.
And in the wrong ways, I guess.
It was, certainly was,
And I can understand that, you know. I had a challenging not being brought up with my mum, you know. Mum, honourable shout out to my mum, and honourable shout out to your mum, but I wasn't brought up, and so there's always that thing that you're different to the rest.
Most definitely,
yeah. So where did your class clown behaviour end up? How did you end up?
It ended up with it. I was just always getting suspended, kicked out of school. I left school at the age of 15, you know, I could say with no qualifications because, you know, the class clown, it just took me to a place where, you know, to be honest, I just didn't want to do anything. You know, school was the last thing on my mind. Yeah. You know, but then I would mix with some of the older kids or, you know, the older students and... They'd be smoking weed, doing whatever else. They'd be bunking off of school, and I was thinking, I'll have some of that. I'll do a bit of this. Yeah. And that's kind of where it led me, to be honest.
When did you pick up? So you started smoking weed and stuff. Yeah. When did you realise that you had a problem, Dean?
It was more the problem with the alcohol at first. When did you start? It would always be like from 14 years old. Right. Okay. It'd be the White Lightning cider on a Friday, you know, it'd be down this place, Happy Valley, as you call it, in Kruger, in the town that I grew up in. Yeah. And, we would just go down there. It was like £1.25 a litre of white cider at that point, you know.
Criminal, isn't
it? Crazy. What's going on?
I don't even think there's any apples in that.
Do you know what I mean? Of course there's not at all.
But
do
you know what? That cider.
That was the highlight to my, you know what I mean, saving up the pennies so I could just go and get that. Yeah. Well, someone else would buy it, and do you know what I mean? It was It was madness, really. But it all kind of kicked off from that point where, you know, I just didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah. So that just became your norm.
Yeah. It really did.
Okay.
You know.
So how long was your drinking career?
Whoa, God. Man, numbers. Right. Yeah. 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
So when did you realise, when did that moment happen when you realised that you needed help?
Oh, well, when I actually needed help, okay. I was in and out of relationships, okay. And it was just, I could not settle down like everyone else, you know, but I thought being in a relationship, okay, I'm sorted. I've got myself a job now. You know, I'm not doing all those bad things, but still drinking on a daily basis, you know. But because I had a job, you know, I had the partner, we had the house or the flat, it wasn't a problem. But deep down inside it was. Yeah. You know, I had, you know, my ex-partner, we had my son in the 27th of December 2011.
All right, okay.
My son, you know, and that he couldn't even keep me clean, you know. I really, because, you know, he just couldn't, you know. So that's where the addiction really, really started from 2014. You know, my ex said to me, look, you know, I went to another treatment centre for a 2-week detox and said, like, you know, if you don't get this right, if you come out, you drink and use, whatever, you're out.
She gave you the dreaded ultimatum.
Yes, yeah.
And what happened?
I went out and done the exact opposite, you know. A matter of days, to be honest. Tried hiding it from her, but that got me nowhere. She knew what was going on.
They know.
Yeah.
They know. There's no point in even lying. They know, because they know from behaviour.
Yeah.
They just know, just looking at you, the way that you'll behave. You'll be. Yeah. They've been around it for a while. You know, it's just an instinct. So,
of course.
Did she ask you to leave?
Yes, she did. She asked me to leave, and I said no. I remember locking myself in the house, and her taking my son to her parents. Whilst I stayed in the house, only to go out to go out and score, or go to the shop and get drink. And, you know, I was in there for about 4 days. And then I thought, okay, you know, I'm running out of money. I can't stay here. You know, I thought to myself, oh, I'm doing the right thing. I'm leaving this house because they need to come back. No, it was still all about me, you know. I needed my fix. I needed the alcohol. And, I left there after 4 days. They moved back. Just lost contact for quite some time.
Did you? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Where did you go?
My mum took me in at one point.
Bless her.
Yeah.
So she had to...
Many times, actually.
Yeah. All right, okay. So she had to put up with the chaos of your drinking.
The chaos. But then I had the choice of calming down whilst I was at my mum's, or going back to the place where the madness was. Well, it was all around me, to be honest. And I decided to go into hostels. I stayed, you know, in hostels instead, you know.
Right, okay.
So, you know, found it easy to score, you know, no one on my case. And that's where my drug taking got worse. Yeah.
And I want to just take you back. So you're living in hostels now.
Yeah.
You're free to do what you want.
Yeah.
There's no restrictions. I want to take you back to the moment when you realised enough. When was that? What was that? What was that trigger? What was that moment when I'm just like, nah, I can't do this no more?
I went back to a treatment centre in 2017 for 6 weeks.
Right, okay.
The one where I had the detox.
Okay.
And I was still playing with fire, basically. I still thought to myself, okay, you know, I was out of these hostels. I managed to get the funding, you know, from Turning Point, and they said, look, okay, you know, you need to go to treatment again. And
I have to say you were lucky because you had 3 bites. It sounds like you've had 3 bites of the cherry.
The cherry,
Yeah.
So I was there for 6 weeks, not taking anything on board really. You know, I'd do a life story. You know, I'd be there. Like I say it in my shares quite often. It's like treat it like a summer camp, to be honest. You know what I mean? It was just a getaway. It was a getaway. It really was. If I look back at it now, and I'm serious, I think, yeah, Dean, you didn't want to get well.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But yeah, and after those 6 weeks, I came out. I was a couple of weeks in, and I remember I went to an AA meeting and just took nothing on board. You know, but I feel that a seed was planted there.
Yeah, 100%.
I had, do you know what I mean? I had a taste of sobriety and cleanness. Still knew nothing about the steps, but, you know, I didn't take anything of that on board. But I still felt that, like I say, you know, something was there. I knew there was a way out.
Lovely.
So, yeah, from 2017 onwards, you know, that 4-year period, it just got worse and worse and worse. You know, I was smoking heavy drugs, you know, and I was on scripts, and it came to the point where really I didn't have anywhere else to go. I was just in a right mess. You know, I had drug dealers in and out of my house, you know, all things that were going on. I managed to keep a flat, funnily enough. Yeah. But, you know, up until the point where, you know, there was no way out for me, you know. You know, I'd rather be scoring drugs and putting, you know, money on my electric meter, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Anything like that. I wasn't paying bills, nothing at all. You know, you hear it all, but that was where I was at, you know. And then I was desperate. I needed that way out.
Yeah. So you found that what we call the gift of desperation.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
So.
And, Turning Point, you know, I was engaging with those.
Okay.
I was sticking to my script towards the end. And, on a bit of they said, yeah, we've got you a place. I remember it was post-COVID.
Yes.
So I done the assessment over Zoom.
Yeah.
So I can't remember
Back
the
in
lady
those.
was.
It's mad when you think about. It's mad when we think about COVID these days, isn't it? You think how long ago that was, and it was, you know, what we had to do during those periods. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So you had your assessment. You had your assessment over Zoom. Yeah. And then you came to Broadway Lodge.
Came to Broadway Lodge. Yeah. The 9th of December 21. Whoa.
So you did a Christmas here.
I did.
Yeah. It's amazing at Christmas, isn't it? It's really. I don't know whether you probably even remember it, but
not from the beginning. No. I was in and out. I was from the house to the detox unit because of the seizures I was having. You know, I wasn't keeping track of days. Yeah. You know. I was in a bit of a mess. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. But, do you actually remember your treatment here?
I do.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, you know, I met some lovely people here. You know what I mean? Supportive people, and I just thought there wasn't a way out for me at first, but you know, being here, I knew as time went on, it was where I was meant to be. Yeah. Because there was people that I could listen to, and that was a big thing, you know. Because before I was never honest. I couldn't listen to anyone. I didn't want to listen to anyone, let's say. Do you know what I mean? But the power of the Miracle Mansion, what I'm saying is it saved my life. And it's shown me that there is another way. Yeah. And I took everything on board when I left this place. And, you know, I went to meetings. I still do, of course. Yeah. You know. Do service. It's all there. I've been through the steps. I've sponsored people, and you know, it's there to help other people. But these are things that, you know, I would never been able to do. Yeah. If I didn't come to treatment, I didn't come here. You know.
And I love the fact that you completed this, and
Yeah.
he went out and jumped into the fellowship stuff and sponsoring other people.
Yeah.
That's how I got back in contact with you, because you were
Yes, it
sponsoring
was,
a friend of ours.
He's doing so well.
Yeah, he's doing great
really
as
well.
well. Everybody, but I love that, because you only keep what you have by giving it away.
Yeah.
And so you're practicing the principles of the 12 steps and some of the gifts, and just giving those that you've those things that were given to you. And I love that, Dean. I really massively respect you for what you've achieved so far. I got a laugh though at that video that I saw on one of the group chats when you were back home.
Christmas.
Yeah.
The pram race.
Yeah. It had me in stitches. Tell us about that. So what did you go home for Christmas to see your family? So
I went back to for the week to visit family. It's something I tend to do. I go back every year now, and
it's not a problem.
Not a problem at all.
No triggers down there, and that
no triggers, anything like that.
It's recovery strong.
It certainly is. But there's on a Boxing Day is always it's been a thing that goes on. It's been
tradition.
Going on tradition. It's been going on for years. But since I've been going back there, it was the first time we went down, and the town was packed, and they have a pram race. All the people from all the community that the businesses, the pubs, whatever else, they all get together. And they have like a pram race, and it's pretty mad,
Mate, honestly, when you posted that video and I saw it, honestly, it had me in stitches.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
but what I loved is that you were back with your family.
Most definitely,
you're going back over Christmas to see your family, and you're just kind of back in there doing family stuff.
Most definitely. I can be there, I can be present, and I can actually, have a good time. Yeah. And do you know what I mean? And being there, respecting people as well.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see my sisters, my nieces, my nephews. I think I have like 12. I may be wrong, it could be more. 12 nieces and nephews, it's mad. No,
well, you're actually a respectable uncle.
Yeah.
You're actually, everybody can look up to you and with pride that you're back in the family. Well, not that you ever left, but you're actually living life again and doing things, and your nieces and nephews can be proud of you. Like your mum can be proud of you, your sisters can be proud of you. So it's wonderful, man. Honestly, it's wonderful.
You,
and you've been doing this 4 years, 3 months straight. Yeah.
Could I go back to something that happened whilst I was in treatment?
Of course you can. This is your story. This is your story.
No, thank you. Yeah. My granddad, he was like a dad to me. Yeah.
Yes.
And it was knowing that I was going into treatment, it was a few months ahead. He was diagnosed with cancer, and he didn't have long to live at all. I remember visiting him about a week before I was coming here. Sat in the front room with him, and I made him a promise that, I said, Grandad, I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to get clean. I'm going to get sober. I'm going to stick with it. I came here. I wrote to him, told him how I was doing, and and he died in January. It's about.
Was that a month? That was probably a month into your treatment.
I think about 5 weeks.
5 weeks into your treatment.
Yeah. But the support I had was brilliant. I'm a counsellor, peers, it still plays on me now, bless him, he's up there.
What's your granddad's name?
Jeff.
Honourable mention.
Jeff Restrick.
To Jeff Restrick. Dean, I'm really glad that you brought that back up, because again, what it demonstrates is the strength and the courage and the resilience that you had in staying here, and you kept your promise to your granddad, Jeff.
Yeah,
you understand. You kept your promise. Now, we have a lot of people whose family members die in treatment, and sometimes that is their that often. Sometimes we always believe that gives that's their reservation, because people they'll say, oh, if my mum died, or if my dad died, or if my granddad or my grandma died. Sometimes people will use that as a reason. I won't say that as an excuse. No. I don't like to use that word, because sometimes the emotions can be strong around that stuff. But people will use that as a reason to leave and use and again, I've seen somebody else that got through, because Jeff was like your father. Well, he's a father figure to you. Yeah.
Most definitely.
It's absolutely father figure to you. So I love that you brought that back up, and
I was able to go out for his funeral.
Yes, yeah,
and carry his coffin even.
Yeah.
What was
that like?
Yeah, that was tough. But
I can see it in your eyes now, brother. I can see it in your eyes now.
But also, I'm so happy that I was able to do that.
Clean,
yeah.
Clean and sober.
Able to do that.
Yeah. And you came back. You didn't drink. You didn't use. You come back, continued your treatment.
Yeah.
Complete treatment. Successfully graduated. Yeah.
Certainly, this place saved my life.
Yeah.
It's just doing the right things, and it is a day at a time. I say that, as I didn't know that whilst I was here, but today I know that.
Yeah,
I certainly do, because unfortunately some people don't make it.
Well, you've been around for a little while now, haven't you? So we see it out there that some people just don't make it.
No.
They don't. No matter what we say or what we do, we plant a seed.
Yeah.
And if they follow the instructions, that seed will grow into a beautiful flower. But unfortunately, some people don't follow the instructions, and that seed dies, and that's the end of that. And it's sad, but that's not going to be you.
No.
One day at a time, that's not going to be you.
Yeah.
I just want to say thanks to you. Thanks for coming in. And I love the fact that we're ending it on Granddad Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah. Listen, thanks very much for coming in.
Markkus.
Cheers.